Because it's part of the Sharia jihad. Jihad is a liberating concept. Now I'm not going to talk about the spiritual type of jihad, the jihad of the nafs, which is very important, and we know this. Because if you do jihad and you don't do it for Allah's sake, you're in hell. And you die, you go straight to hell. So that means there must have been a jihad of the nafs going on before, that you did it solely for the sake of Allah. So we know this, but I'm going to take this aside because it's more of a political discussion. The type of jihad we're going to talk about is when Muslims go and fight. Now, jihad has been linked to terrorism, but we know when we look at the holistic nature of the Quran and Sunnah, not just one hadith or just one verse, but we look at all of them together in a holistic nature. We take all the corpus of reference material in the Quran and Sunnah, we know that this cannot be further from the truth. Jihad is when Muslims go to war, and it has its rules as we discussed. And there are two types of jihad: defensive and progressive. So this is why we have to talk about now the Quran and fighting. So the Quran does talk about fighting, talks about jihad, and the language is quite emotive. The language of the Quran is, Allah loves those who fight in His cause, smite their necks, kill them wherever you find them. Inna Allah yuhibbul ladina yuqatiluna fi sabilillah. You know, it's like, oh my God, what book is this?
Yeah. The only reason we have killed this man today is because Muslims are dying daily by British soldiers. And this British soldier is an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. By Allah, we swear by the Almighty Allah, we will never stop fighting you until you leave us alone.
I want to comment on what happened today in London, in Woolwich, where two men killed a man with machetes. I want to condemn this act. It's an act of criminality. I also want everybody to know very clearly and decisively that these men do not represent any community or any religion.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is a statement regarding the acts of criminality which took place today in Woolwich. Two men who conducted these acts of criminality are not from our community. They do not represent us in any shape or form. And I want to highlight that the far right is going to take full advantage of this situation, and they're going to spread a lot of hatred about Islam and Muslims. This is something we have to be careful about. We condemn all acts of criminality, whether they take place in this country or in Syria or in Japan. So we have to be clear on this, that these two men do not represent us in any shape or form. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
When we start busting our guns, you think the politicians are going to die? No, it's going to be the average guy like you and your children.